What is the greatest version of yourself? Well, what you think the greatest version of yourself is? You can call in also at 515, that's 605 9818. 505 605 9818. Johnny, what you think the best, the greatest version of yourself is?
The greatest version of myself, I think, would be just being me. Like, of course, just enjoying life, being me, just giving the best of me, showing the best of me. Always smiling, being uplifting to other individuals, not letting the little things get you down. It's challenging, but that's the best of me. Just being just great, fabulous.
Well, for me, for answering the question is, I really don't know how to be anybody else but myself. So I just try to the best part of me. I mean, well, it just treat people how I would want to be treated. So that's the best version of me. Is just treat myself like I treat other people, or vice versa.
Like, elaborate. Like, so the best version of you is like, I think it's more to it. It's like certain sides of, not everyone has the opportunity to see the variations of your sides of you. Like, some people just see your work image, you as an individual at work, you as a student, as a brother, as a mother, as a son. So, what is the best version of you at home? The best version of you outside of home, like when you're traveling, like.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Wow, that's a really good one. That threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. I think the best version of me is probably when I'm around my probably my grandmother or something like that. That's probably the best version of me. When I put on my A1 and everything, try to be the best I can to make her smile or whatever like that.
So that means we're being cheated, so because we don't get the best of you when
Yeah, it does you do get the best of me. I mean the good part of me, but it's just like is without with that gap of without her being there right there. It's just I know it's just feel like I don't be on my because she keep me on my P's and Q's.
Right.
Uh, it always making me think of the positive things even when it's negative. It's just nothing negative around her at all. It's just she doesn't allow that shit anyway. So, but that's just the best. I think that's the best version of me is when I'm around her. I'm on my straight A's type of shit.
Yes.
All right, that was the opening part of the name of the show too as well is what is the best version of you. But we're gonna move right along and go to the first question is. Does let's chill always have to necessarily mean sex? Does it always have to mean sex, or do you have to like clarify that shit when you talking to somebody?
So in other words, if you were to say let's chill to a friend or a coworker, does it mean are you chilling? Does it has an underline of we're gonna chill and have sex later?
You would definitely consider yourself being intimate with the person though when you say because like what's the saying they say chill and Netflix and all that type of shit like that. Like when people say that, most of the time it doesn't necessarily mean we finna just watch motherfucking movies and shit. I mean freaky deaky time. That's usually what it means. I mean like fuck that movie, we finna go and get straight on to it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question on my behalf. Well, when I ask somebody something like that, or somebody asks me, "Oh, you want to chill and watch movies or something like that," I distinctly ask them verbatim, and I go in, I ask again, I say, "Are you sure that's all you want to do?" You know what I'm saying like that? Because I be needing to know what's going on. I be have to have a mindset for that shit like that. Because you come in and you tell me like, I want to chill, and then you get there and you grabbing them and groping me and shit. I'm gonna be like. Fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like the fuck you just said this and now you doing another thing. And I don't like that when people do say one thing and then they do a totally different thing, and I'm prepared for this, but I'm not prepared for that. Because certain things you have to have a mindset for and shit like that. And, you know, just to someone like somebody, what they call them people that you gotta have like some type of connection. What they call them type of like pansexual or some shit like that. I forgot what they got all these damn gender sexuals and all that shit. I don't know. They coming up with shit.
I don't believe in titles.
I agree with that, but
I guess that's the way to identify.
I don't necessarily think that when you say chill is necessarily all it means. Majority of the time it does though. In the wide spectrum of everybody else's think about that nigga ain't finna go chill.
No, actually, I think you're right because thinking about it, how often do you hear somebody say let's chill? Like you don't say to your homeboy say let's chill or your lady. It is pretty much related to hey, let's be intimate later.
Because then when you go off the chill, you know both of you guys like probably thinking about it like, yeah, I want to get a little freaky, you know, like that, but you don't want to make the wrong move, and then you know what I'm saying, because you didn't told the person now, okay, well we can do this and do that. Well, because I know I be thinking about it. The motherfucker hit me up and say like, oh, let's chill. I be like, well, I know you're thinking about it too, so you know. I think you know, it is what it is. Like
So saying let's chill just gets it out the way. You just know right off the bat.
you know, out the way, and then sometimes though, when it doesn't happen. I don't know. Is it wrong to feel like you
Been cheated?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like you better want to be like, bitch, you know what's going on here. You know what was going on. We could chill for a little minute, but at the end of the night, I want to, you know.
I guess in hindsight, like if they don't say let's chill or you're not sure, you're getting mixed signals. But like that person hasn't come right out and said, hey, you know, we're going to. They're giving the signals that possibility that you are, but you actually don't, but you're afraid to be like, so are we like, so it's like, it's confusion on both parts. So that's where communication is very essential.
Very, very, and sometimes like I'm nervous when it comes to like boundaries. So like, you know what I'm saying, if we say we chill and shit like that, I don't want to go over it, you know, and run off the person, you know, who I'm supposed to be chilling with and stuff like that because either hormones is raging or you know, I got this other thing in my mind because I know, you know, chilling sometimes most of the time means in this generation now it means like getting freaky and shit like that. So, you know, I don't want to go over the boundaries and do the wrong thing, and then that person really means like really straight out. Let's just
right.
Chill and stuff like that, you know. But nowadays, anyway, people don't really chill. They don't know what that means.
So what if chill is not in your vocabulary? How would you go about letting that person know, hey, in advance, you know, are you, let's hang out, let's do something, but like...
Without, like, literally meaning without the sex part?
Well, okay, both. Like, for instance, some people might not use chill. Somebody, I really don't, now that I think about it, but like, I've heard it being used before, and now it makes sense. However, what is if you wanted to hang out with somebody and you wanted to chill per se, but didn't want to use the word chill? Like, what would be the best way of doing it? Or then, if you wanted to hang out with somebody and you just wanted to hang out and it's just not necessarily sex. So let me back up.
Okay.
You want to chill, but hang out. So you want to chill and hang out. So it's just not just sex.
Okay, so.
But what's a different way of saying it without saying chill? Or you just want to hang out and don't have sex?
If I'm pretty outspoken and just go and say it straightforward, I would just be like, yo, look, I ain't playing. I don't want to get freaky and like that. You know, I just go out and say like, I just want to chill. I just want to see what you're about or some type of shit. Like, you know, I don't want it to lead up to that because then most of you probably ain't gonna see me afterwards anyway. You know what I mean?
So me, I'm that person that's like, okay, so do they want to chill? Like, am I reading the signs wrong? Like, don't want to seem like I don't want to cross the boundaries, be like,
right.
and say anything, and then feel like a retard was like, no, I'm not interested. So, like,
But then sometimes like I have missed out on like opportunities like that, but being like, cause I be a little shy sometimes when it comes like to
I
kicking
have
things
too.
out, like, and I missed out. And then
Totally
some
missed out.
motherfuckers think like, oh, this motherfucker old square, some motherfucker and shit like that, like I didn't, couldn't didn't want to do that. They want you to make the first move, and I ain't that type. I ain't the one to make the first move.
So how do you know who's supposed to make like? So how do you know
I don't know. I be
you're
getting
feeling
look.
each other? But how do you know, like, should I make the move or am I gonna make the wrong move? Or how do you rebound from making the move and it's not like that?
Okay, yeah, that's fucked up feeling and shit like that. Like, oh, I'm be like, shit, I be like, oh shit, my bad. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Be like, my bad. Shit, my bad. I thought you meant something else. You know what it is. Type of
You know,
shit.
I've done that before, and yeah, we're not friends anymore.
It has happened to me before where I was kicking with somebody and I wasn't like on that like with them at all, and they decided to go ahead and try it. We made things very, 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 very awkward, like very awkward. Where it was like, okay, go. Let me text my best friend and tell him to text me and tell me, come on, I gotta go somewhere or something like that. It just make it awkward and shit like that. Uh, it's kind of like a double standard a little bit, kind of sort of in a way, because most of the time, if you like the person and they like you back and you say chill, then y'all both know the intentions on meaning like, oh, we gonna get freaky probably later on or do a little something. But then
Or maybe you both want to, but you are afraid
hesitant,
to
yep.
do on the first date to give the wrong impression, even though you can still, you're adults, you can still rebound and like have a meaningful, healthy relationship, even if you do chill on the first day.
So let me sidebar this real quick. So if let's just say you do have do something on the first date, do you necessarily have the same respect, or is that what you build your relationship off of, or whatever you guys are trying to build? Do you think it's gonna be built off that moment and that time right then and there?
You know what? It's a catch-22. Like I think personally, it varies with each individual. Even for myself, I wouldn't want to have sex on the first date because I wouldn't want to give the wrong impression. And then too, my thinking process is probably they're not gonna respect me if we do that. But then on the other hand, like, what if the chemistry is there? But like you both want to have sex, but you know that you could have a future with each other. I think it depends upon.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would want to have. I ain't gonna lie. I wanna have sex on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna know what the hell I'm getting myself into. Like, I wanna know if it's good or not. Shit, if it's weak as hell, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll holler at you a little later. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't gonna waste my time. We could talk on the phone or something. You know, text about it. But I ain't gonna waste my time with it no more because you build it up and you build it up and you just wait and then you get it and then it be like. And then they wonder why you forgot about them later on down the line. Be like, oh no, remember we did something. Like I'm like, oh, and then they get all mad. I'm like, oh, must not been good. You know, shit. Can't really be fault itself. Like I wouldn't want to stay around for that. Just like if somebody get married, they gonna want to know. They gonna know. Like most of the time, if the sex ain't good, they probably most likely not gonna stick around. That's just honest, because you have to. Everybody got needs.
Right.
And everybody got wants and shit like that, and they want it to be fulfilled. So, and if this is something you gonna be with, you don't want no, you don't want no fucked up ass situation. You know what I mean? You want something that you gonna be able to stand with. That's like setting yourself up for like, oh, you can just cheat automatically. You know what I'm saying, like that. Like, I like having you around, but shit, I'm gonna go ahead and go on and holler at pimp right here. You know what I mean? I'll come back later.
Now I've witnessed a lot of friends that have chilled on the first date and it never went. That evening never blossomed into a serious, healthy relationship. It just became just like hit or miss. So if you were to chill on the first day and you really like that person, you really like each other, what are some steps you could do to help build a foundation for a healthy relationship?
I start off with like the little things is I really believe I always been a big believer in the little things is really what matter and stuff like that. Like so, I would figure out like what's their personality. Once you get that personality down and stuff like that, I kind of like go from there. But the sex thing and stuff like that, I you know all fun and jokes aside, like it's needed, but I don't necessarily would have to like go off the not contradiction myself, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily if we don't have it on the first time, then okay that's cool, but I'm gonna be expecting a second, or third, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like eventually I'm gonna want to see what it is, and I ain't gonna want to waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like that the relationship is based off of the sex, but it really is kind of sort of like. But once you figure out that if that's good enough, then you can go from there. You don't have to because you don't never want to overdose a motherfucker with sex and shit like that, because then it get boring, and once it get boring, then what do you got? And then you haven't even explored the spiritual connection that you possibly could have had, or mental connection, or other different connections. Like
How could the sex get boring? There's so many different.
But it'll start off with overdosing. Like, just do it, keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it, and be like, damn, you know what I said? Like, back up, bitch. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, give me a little room, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that. So, it's just like, you just...
But if you're a nympho?
But we're gonna get some classes or something going on or something, because... No, because if the person is a nympho and then the other person is not a nympho, then that's gonna clash.
But I think that they should let that person know right up front, like... I have my days where I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna we gotta have sex every day. We have to.
Yeah, that's really, to me, that's not really even healthy though. That's not if you plan on being with that person for, you know, for a long period of time.
That was a joke.
But like that type of things, I've been in a situation like that, but it's not really healthy, because once you get tired of it, like you kind of like spend. I'm very kind of like private, you know, like my space and time. I wouldn't want to sitting up here doing all that. I mean, we having sex all day, 24/7.
Well, I mean it like that.
No, I'm just saying my situation. That having sex like that, and I couldn't get shit done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so busy trying to please, you know, your spouse and shit like that. And
I think she should be sign up. So, having sex on the first date, chilling. And if I really like that person, I'm backtracking real quick. I would spice it up a little bit during the course of chilling.
mm-hmm.
I want to ensure that I give my best, but not my 100 best, just to reel them in. And then in the morning or the night before I leave another something on their mind to leave an impression. So they're like, okay, that's what's up.
That's so. What do you? How many times out of a week? What is for a beginning relationship? How many times do you think that a person should have sex?
I really wouldn't give it a number, because it varies on the individuals and their sex drives and their chemistry.
That's true. That definitely true. But if I just had to give it a number though, I would at least say like maybe twice a month. I mean, no, it's twice. Yeah, no, twice. I don't mean that. I mean twice a week or something like that. If that, maybe once a week tops. You know what I'm saying, like that. I don't know. But I just wouldn't. I know I've been in a relationship or tried to get into a relationship where it was overdosed. Like it was just like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm looking for something else already. Like I feel like I ain't wore this rat out already. So you know shit. I want a new one.
So should an individual have a conversation with their significant other to gauge, like you said, once a week?
Yeah.
Maybe the other person maybe once a week is not enough, but you don't want
sacrifices
them to want to go looking elsewhere to fulfill that desire. But then if you truly love that person, is attracted to that person, to me personally, you wouldn't. But that's just me.
Yeah, but yeah, I do think you should sit down and talk with it like that. Just like when we get in a relationship, every relationship I have ever been in, I've sat down with him and we talked about it at the table. Like literally sat down at the table and talked about it, and we gave each other our expectations and my expectations, their expectations, which I don't really have that many expectations. I just have 3 little things like if my daddy and shit. But I think it's definitely a need to do that. Just so you can have so when some person will say, oh well, I didn't get that, or I didn't know that, or you know, it's just no confusion. It just leaves no room for confusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like that.
That's what communication is very essential.
Yeah, but you don't want to have a routine
Right.
relationship either, because that's kind of like, okay,
Boring.
well, 4 o'clock, we're finna go fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't want nothing like that. It's, you know, spontaneous is cool and stuff like that. Well, me being a little shy, a little bit like that, so I probably wouldn't do the spontaneous thing like that. But I do admire a person that is willing to be spontaneous. You know.
So you wouldn't mind them being spontaneous. So you're just coming home from work, you had a crazy day, and you're exhausted, and they just jump out of the closet with just bare butt naked with balloons. What's up?
After I pee a little bit, after she scared the shit out of me. But yeah, that type of shit is yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I got a cousin and stuff like that. He does spontaneous things with his wife and stuff like that. As far as like he'll walk in the grocery store and then he'll act like he don't know her or something like that, and walk up to her and say, "Yeah, what's up, baby?" Some shit like
So
that.
that role play.
Yeah, something like that. And she be like, go on, Carl, whatever like that. And then she back in the day, his number used to be like literally his number used to be like 224 Carl. So he was like, yeah, hit my line, maybe my number 224 Carl. Hit me up, whatever like that. So and no one didn't think that was his number, but that was actually his number and shit. But when he was like in high school. Yeah, he old as dirt now though. I know you're probably watching this too. But yeah, type of stuff like that. That type of shit is cute. Like this smile. They take more. It take more muscles to frown than to do to smile. And so like, I have dated people that have not been the best, you know, looking or whatever like that, or not attractive like that, but their personality had overswarmed all of that. Like it was so beautiful. Like that it makes them beautiful and shit like that. And then on top of that, they was intelligent too. So that was a big key. So the personality is a big thing for me in a relationship. I think that keeps a relationship going.
Yeah.
Like when both personalities can link and clash in a I don't want to say that, clash in a harmony type of way. Type of way, shit like that. That's blend. And they be smiling because if you ain't frowning and stuff like that, then everything should be good. The only thing that'll fuck up a relationship though is financial. That's the only thing that I would believe that could fuck up besides cheating. Financial, two people struggling together.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's a fucked up
You
situation.
don't think two people can struggle together?
Yeah, but it puts a big ass strain on the relationship already. Like especially when you starting off and y'all both like struggling and shit like that. Like and it's just y'all two, and with no help from coming nowhere else. I've been there, but that shit is fucking stressful. Especially when the other person doesn't want to do the necessary things that are supposed to be, you know, that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? When y'all living in the house together and shit like that. Because I've never dated anyone that really that I didn't live with. Like I don't think that after a while, bitch, we don't have to live together. Like you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing ain't no spending night in mama house. You know that mama gotta have a life too. Get her break.
So if you think both of you are struggling to financially, is a strain of relationship, then what do you think about one of the individuals being the breadwinner and the other one possibly not making as much or probably not working at all?
Ooh, that's a good one. I've been in that situation too, and definitely does not feel good. Me being who I am, I usually always be the provider in a relationship, but it's only one time that in a relationship I was not a provider, and it fucked with my pride. It really fucked with my pride because the simple fact is that you have to go ask for it. Let's say you want to go do something nice for them. You gotta go find a way to get the money from them or something like that without them knowing what the hell you're doing and shit like that. And then especially that type of person that throws something in your face and type of thing, it ain't really a good, well, I did this for you and shit like that, which, you know what I'm saying, like, but in my situation, they had asked me to quit my job. And me being who I was and being in love, being retarded and shit, I did so, and it went good for the first, like 6 months. But then I started noticing the control issue, doing this and telling me how to do this, and then I saw my house started ran a whole different type of way and shit like that. I'm like, hold on, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this person was just so angry and shit like that anyway though, but it fucks with my pride, me as a man, me and how I was raised, man supposed to be the provider type of thing. It kind of fucked with me and shit like that, and it made me be a little bit rebellious and a little bit like, like, get away from me type of shit.
I think that there are those individuals, not to say that you didn't say that they aren't, but that would be the breadwinner, take care of someone without making them feel uncomfortable or throwing it up in their face, or especially if you ask them to quit their job. Like, I wouldn't want that person to have to come and ask me for money. I would make sure that they had money to take care of what they needed so they wouldn't feel obligated or make them feel uncomfortable. I would do whatever I could to make them feel comfortable regardless if they needed to come ask me or not. But then on the same token, it's on an individual basis, because then you might have those individuals that might use that opportunity to take that for granted on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. But I wouldn't think that they would want to take advantage of well, you got people like that though. I couldn't see myself just taking advantage of somebody I'm with and shit like that, and trying to help, and they the breadwinner and stuff like that. I just couldn't see myself doing it. Like one of my exes and shit like that. Like I go to work every day. He stays at the house all day, and by the time I get home, everything was cleaned up. Everything was cleaned up and everything, bed made up and shit like that. I didn't ask, and I wasn't expecting either. But it's nice to come home like that, and then I didn't want anybody in my kitchen and shit like that. So I would cook. So since I got off work, I would come home and cook a big ass meal, and then chill out, and then that would be an everyday thing. Come home with tips and all that stuff like that. So as it go back to the financial thing again, like it's just fucking stressful. Like you got to have at least one of y'all gotta have something going on, or plan B. I guess I kind of say at least have something going on, because especially if you got habits. Oh shit, if you got habits, you gotta have some cigarettes, or you like to drink, or blah blah blah, and you gotta have this, and this is what you're used to. I don't know. Yeah. It's just a need. It can be very stressful. Okay.
And then that's when you go to your yoga class.
Okay. We got a good one coming up. Let me see how many minutes we in so far. Welcome, you guys. You guys want to call in? You guys can call in at 515-605-9818. That's 515-605-9818. Let's see. You can hook up the comments right there too as well, but I'm gonna check later. Let's see how much time we in. Okay. So we already went in 30 minutes. So I wish Dominique was here. I really do right now, because he had a jam. I said I was gonna start doing like a jam session at the end of it or something like that, but probably won't be today, you guys. But it'll be probably next show or something when I get.
So you are featuring local artists, correct?
I am.
Awesome.
I am. I definitely am. That's Alternative Diamond Records too, is to be exact. Let's see. Did you want to take a 30 real quick, or?
You can.
Okay. I'll take a little 30-second break real quick. Let me get the shit together.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Showdown.
you guys want to call in, it's 515-605-9818. Ace the Boss and Gianni. We're gonna go move on to our next little topic. You wanna say this one? This?
The next topic I thought of. I had a friend that asked me once, if you had a boy or girl, how would you raise your child to be, especially with you being an individual that lives an alternative lifestyle? And I was a little offended, just a little bit, but then it piqued my curiosity. But then it was just a simple answer then to me, like, I would teach my daughter or son how to be the perfect gentleman and young lady. Being open-minded, being thoughtful of others, caring, just being aware of the mentality and the stereotypes that exist in the world, preparing them for that, especially having a parent that lives an alternative lifestyle and being able to introduce them to the many, for lack of a better term, the craziness and the narrow-mindedness that exists. So when they encounter it, it would not be as such a harsh blow, and they would know how to handle themselves and handle the situation, and know how to go on throughout life with a smile on their face and just,
Because you know when it comes to that type of topic, which is definitely a touchy topic, they believe that we can't raise a child just because it's same sex. Can't raise a child and the child become have to be heterosexual. They believe that if the child comes out to turn out to be like that, then it's the parents' fault.
Well, studies have proven that homosexuality is hereditary. It is not a chosen lifestyle. When you think about it, who would choose to be gay and black in this world, in day and age? Let alone back in the 50s and 1900s, like, who would want to choose to be gay and black, or gay and Latino, or gay and Russian, anywhere? Like, you will be persecuted. So why would someone want that? That makes no sense.
I'm not going to say the name, but I do know some people that's pretty close to me that does believe that it's not a such thing as basically people being born being gay.
So you mean something? So these people that live an alternative lifestyle just woke up one day and say, "Hey, I'm going to be gay. I want to have sex with the same sex for the next 12 hours, and then and then we're good to go." That's retarded.
Yeah, and see, that's just, I don't know if that I don't know if I agree with it or not. I don't know if I agree with if somebody's born gay, because I haven't always been like that. So it's kind of like, okay, well, there's maybe something happening in the child's life, or they hear something or see something as they're growing up. You know what I'm saying? And not just because somebody touched them or anything like that, but just necessarily like they just come out just like the womb like that, like hey.
Well, you know what? I had a young lady that I met, and without giving too much detail, she was a lesbian because of how she was raised. She was raised by a mother that was very harsh, made her think that no man would ever love her. Mm-hmm. And she repeated that verbal abuse to the young lady. And so with that type of verbal abuse, that's repetition for so many years, and then being physically abusive to her, she felt like no man would ever love her. So she felt like she had no choice but to be with a woman, which ultimately in the end, she ended up being with a man, because she realized that type of it's like this scientific thing that they do to mentally condition people, to make them think Like,
hypno.
well, like if someone is verbally abusive to you and they constantly say you're not anything, so you're gonna believe that.
Yeah,
You're gonna grow up
especially if that's the
thinking-
only thing that you keep hearing, and you're not hearing nothing from anybody else, and nobody's telling you otherwise. Like, oh, that's not right. You just keep hearing it, and then yeah.
So you're right. Like, so there's other ways that it could possibly happen. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to be disrespectful about the other individual's opinion. However, I don't agree. I'm still trying to understand the logic behind the thought process of someone stating that living an alternative lifestyle is a choice.
And you know, we talked about this before. You know what I'm gonna say? Well, I don't like the fact that when people say alternative lifestyle. I don't like that when they say, oh, your lifestyle.
You're right.
Bitch, what you mean, my lifestyle? Bitch, I'm living the same life you living. Like, what you talking about? You a normie. What the hell? Like, what makes your life so different? Why did it have to be? Why this can't be living? And why it have to be a lifestyle? It's not a lifestyle because who I lay in the bed with doesn't have anything to do with who I am as a person.
It does not.
And so just because that's a label.
Right.
That's a label, and that's putting the motherfucker in a box. That's why, like, when I go get a job or something like that, and I'm at work, I do not allow them to know what my sexuality is. It's none of their fucking business. Because as soon as they find out or they get whipped of it, then here you go in this box. And once you get in that box, they probably ain't gonna never check you out that box. So that means you probably didn't miss out on opportunities because you're in this box and everybody looks down at this box and shit like that. And that's just not right. Don't just because of who I lay with, you put me in this box. Just shit ain't right. It ain't never been right. And this shit's gonna be around when you motherfuckers die. It was here before you was born. It's gonna keep going on and stuff like that. That's just let you know. It's just a part of life, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Or you ain't gonna deal with it, but you being closed-minded about it is just gonna make you just miss out on good people. Probably miss out on moments in your family's lives for those who have people that are homosexual in their families, stuff like that, and you shun them and put them out, and then here they go with the stereotype. They push them out there into that stereotype of the gays. You know what I'm saying, like that, or either they prostitute, all they do is have sex, just like that. Look, straight people do the same motherfucking thing. I know both sides of it. They sell pussy. They do all that same shit that motherfucking gay people do. It's like that. It ain't no difference. You can't put nobody in the box. This shit it ain't right. And that's what makes a lot of the gays and shit like that be so tough and stuff like that because they all be picked on, growing up being picked on. And I definitely show a lot of respect to the trans community too as well. It takes a lot of courage to come outside, like that, and not think about what anybody have to say about them. You know what I'm saying, like that. That takes a lot of courage and shit like that. So
it takes a lot of courage to go through a sex change.
yes, and then they know who they are. They know who they are. That takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I have a best friend just like that and stuff like that, and I respect it, and I saw her process it.
I contradicted myself. I said I refer to it as alternative lifestyle, and I just hate the term gay. Like,
yeah.
Although I am a happy person, I don't like titles or labels because that does not define who we are.
Right.
However, I know that there's some individuals that no matter how much I want to try to believe that they would see the other side of the coin about gay people, I still have to accept the fact that some people are just not going to change. But some of the Fortune 500 companies were ran by gay people.
Okay.
And then another positive note is, if it wasn't for gay people, the world would be overpopulated.
That's true. And then a lot of without gay people, you wouldn't have these fashions and gay people buy the most music anyway. So that's what's buying you motherfucking music. Why you try to shun them and all that shit like that. But they running and tell my girls run the world. Bitch, please. Let me tell you something. gays run the world. They get everything the same from everything they use, the slang that we use. Don't know how to use it properly. A lot of people may not agree with what I'm saying, but oh well, Chanel. But I'm just saying this is what I admire. This is my opinion, and that's a whole nother little thing. That's a whole other thing. Don't get me started. But let me get back to the stem of this question. As far as how I would raise a child, I would raise a child just like I was raised, man. I know my parents were
Because you
pretty
gotta think.
strict.
Sorry to interrupt. You got to think that with those little ones having mother or father that are gay, they might get picked on at school.
Mm-hmm.
They might have to deal with that. And we have to take that into consideration. So, what are some tools that you would use, or what would you do as a parent
I would do differently to make
to
they have an everyday life, a regular life, kind of basically in their way.
so to speak, or like to influence their life in a positive way that your being gay is not,
Influencing
Right.
their life.
which I know it won't, because like for me it won't, because I just can't see myself trying to influence
Yeah.
my child. Like, that's retarded. But
Well, one thing is sheltering definitely can cause that, like, because anywhere it go, I'm sorry, but anywhere it goes that if a child gay is gay, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna see it anywhere it go. They're gonna see it. It's everywhere on TV. It's all around everywhere. Damn near everybody's fucking gay. Like, to be honest with you, like if they haven't thought about it, they acted on it, probably didn't do it anymore. But
that means you're happy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, like that. But that doesn't make you a bad person like that, nonetheless. But I would definitely not shelter my child as much. Like I know some friends of mine that were sheltered, you know, always in church and stuff like that. You got to be careful with the church. You got to be careful with that church a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with the church, but maybe watch the church. Watch that church. I'm trying to tell you. It have influences that you don't want your child to have, to like that. Being too holy a little bit. I don't know how I want to say it, but y'all know what the fuck I mean. That shelter shit like that, like you gotta let your child outside. Like, you know, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like just like when the girls be mothers be trying to keep them in the house and shit like that. They don't want them to get. Or when the boys, that's the ones that's gonna go and get pregnant first. They gonna get pregnant first because shit, they want that ding-a-ling. You know what I'm saying? You trying to hold it back, it's gonna happen. You shielded it from it. A child is gonna do what a child wants to do. Just like when we were growing up, we did what we want to do. We found a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you can't just restrict it. But if you give them a little leeway, you know, and a little structure, then it would make things a little bit. They'll be able to come talk to you. Like my dad, when I used to be able to come talk to my dad about anything, even if I knew he wasn't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't gonna like it, even if it was an uncomfortable conversation. He made it where that I can come and talk to him about anything. And then so is my granny. Anything. Even the shit that you don't even want to have to come and talk to your parents about or something like that, or you're curious about it. They made it where I was able to do that. You know, and I really appreciate that though. But everybody doesn't have that opportunity to do that with their parent.
My family was amazing. To touch on, to get back to about raising the little one, I would teach or show my daughter or son or both that it's about who you love, and it's you can't help who you love, who you fall in love with, and don't let that my lifestyle be an issue for them in their life. You know, we still enjoy life, still go on trips, and just teach them about the things that they're going to encounter and be more aware. Communication with our kids, and my parents kept us sheltered. Keeping them sheltered it can hurt them in so many different ways, like them not knowing that there are people that are nice, there are people that are not nice, there are people that are friendly, there are people that there's variations of individuals that's out there that have your best interests of heart and those that do not have your best interests of heart. And not sheltering them will allow them to see that and give them an opportunity to talk to their parents about that and how to handle the different situations.
My bad, y'all. I was being a little ghetto. I was trying to get their attention. They was over there hibernating. Sorry, Danny. It's your funny bone. Can I get a lot of that's what I'm trying to get y'all attention for. I'm interrupting the show for this. Sorry.
He plays football in part-time.
Because they still handicapped. Look at my poor friends.
I can't believe summer's almost over.
I feel like it over. I feel like we ain't even had it.
No, it isn't.
I'm just trying to get a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I know I'm not too ghetto. I'm gonna edit it out.
But I think, having a parent that's gay and raising a child, I think the child will have like an amazing time. Not to say that they wouldn't with another parent, but like they get to see like.
Do you think that the gay men should only have like a girl or something like that? Since they automatically, they think that all gay men are just feminine, and that is not true. All gay men are not feminine. All gay men do not want every man they see either. I'm going to say that too. But and girls should have the dudes because since they're supposed to be like studs or whatever like that.
No, I don't think that because you fit into the stereotype and you fit into like the labels. However, I do think it will be fun to have a boy and a girl to raise because I think it'll be awesome. Like,
would you feel the type of way though if you did everything that you possibly can to raise this child to be? I'm not gonna say normal, nothing like that. But
there's no such thing as normal.
Right, you're right. I mean, like just to live a great life, basically.
You know what? The only thing maybe I phrased it wrong. Because their parent are gay, it's not going to change the way that the household is ran. It's just that they sleep with the same sex.
But what happens if the child does come out that way? You did everything possible to not make it steer that way. You know what I'm saying? It just happens to just.
But how can you make it steer that way? I mean, because you got to think a heterosexual couple, they'll kiss in front of the kid, but they don't do anything else in front of their kids. So a gay couple would not do it.
I probably wouldn't even do. Honestly, I probably wouldn't do that. None of that type of things like that in front of my child until I feel like they can understand or process what's going on. I wouldn't say, oh, this is your uncle. I wouldn't do none of that. But I would, just have two dads. So you know what I'm saying like that. I just wouldn't do anything intimate or. I'm already not a public type of person anyway. Like I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in it, but I prefer not to like hold hands or anything like that in public or do any kissing in public like that. It ain't for everybody. You don't see it like that, and then you just never know. I'm real big on like opportunities and stuff like that, and I feel like that type of things like that could make you miss out on opportunities only because people are so closed-minded and they don't understand it, and what is the unknown, they are scared of the unknown, and they don't understand it.
Too, computers have come such a long way. You can take a picture of somebody and alter what they're doing.
Yeah. I just wouldn't do it in front of my child. I'm not saying I would censor what they watch on TV. I would kind of censor it, but you can't really censor it because this shit is everywhere. You know what I mean? Like RuPaul, she opening new doors and breaking grounds and shit for a lot of people and stuff like that. Like the shit that she's doing is really fucking amazing. T.S. Madison, for instance, she was a sex worker at first, and look at her now. She's on fucking national fucking TV with her own show. She got two shows actually. She has two shows. She's on Wow and she's on WeTV, and she's on. She got a lot going on. She's doing the RuPaul show and shit like that. Like it's just a lot of doors opening. I wouldn't censor what necessarily what my child watches, but I will try to keep certain things. I would try to keep certain things away from from watching it and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, y'all. This fool over here just threw me off eating these gummy worms and shit.
Do you have any questions
um,
from the viewers, by chance?
let me see. I don't even know. Do I have any questions or do they have any
Do
questions?
they have any questions?
Let's see. Nothing yet, but this I haven't figured out how to work this thing. They switch up some stuff, so I'm gonna have to actually probably go on my phone and actually look and see if there's anybody saying I meant to ask you to watch that for me to watch it, but just tripping. So busy anyway.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, what you said. Now I gotta work with me. You guys can go follow, share, like, and subscribe. Lowdown Showdown on literally everything. The website is lowdownshowdown.com. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Instagram. I think I said Instagram already. Everything.
You can find all of the platforms on the website.
Yeah, and also you can go to anchor.fm too as well. You guys go look on there, share it, please share it. Just get it out there. And if anybody want to call in, it's 515-605-9818. Let me check this time. I think we have one more. Do we have, how many we got left? We got just one left, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have one more. We're gonna check this time real quick, make sure we stand on time. Don't want to get behind. Okay, we got about 30 minutes left. Okay, we're going to take a quick 30 seconds really quickly. We'll get back to you right back. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Welcome back, Lowdown Showdown. We got about a half an hour left for the show. We're gonna end it with this last little question, Johnny.
The last question is, out of all of the nationalities in the entire world, the African American community is the only community that is so largely divided. As a culture and race, or as an individual, what can we do to help bridge that gap?
That's a damn good question, man. Definitely.
It is a generational. It has been passed on for generations.
I think we were talking about this last night, kind of sort of. We were talking about something like this last night. Basically, basically if the mother was a hoe or something like that, and her daughter sees the same thing, and then she repeats the same thing. She has kids, and then her daughter sees it. They just keep repeating until one of those daughters says, "You know what? Look, no more. Look, I don't want to do that." And then stop the generation. So when her daughters are being raised, they don't see the wholeness, come up. They don't see the wholeness come up, so they kind of like stops, to stop the generation.
But I was in reference to, that's one point, but it's we're not united. Like we don't have each other's back like the other. Oh
yeah, you're definitely right about that. Like as far as like Mexicans and stuff like that, like from my experience, like they don't matter where they are. Their race is so family orientated. It's ridiculous. Like even in jail and shit like that, like they have each other back. Like they come in and they don't have any food or anything like that. I bet you they take care of that motherfucker and shit like that. They held them down. They don't even know them. They probably don't even know them, but they make sure they see that this is their race, and they take care of them and stuff like that. When it comes to other black folks, though, everybody's so selfish and it's just out for them. Just It's really the greed. I don't understand why black is not supportive of each other like that, but to be the main ones yelling and bitching about some shit. You know what I'm saying, like that. Because that's what it is. They bitch and complain about something like that. Even though I believe that we are the most dominant race,
We are.
everybody wants to be black. It's a thing. I'm proud to be black. To be honest with you, like shit, I'm glad to have this melanin in my skin. You see the white folks out here going to go to get the boobs and the hips and the ass and lips and all that shit done to their fucking face and shit like to try to be like us and shit like that.
Why can't we see each other, help each other become successful, and do it without being petty or with a hidden agenda?
And I'm actually really like thinking about that. That's really a good question. Like I don't understand. I don't know why. Cause like if just say we talk about on the money side, it's enough money to go around for everybody. So it's not really not enough to like be greedy and just have to. It's no loyalty anymore with it.
We are the leading race in the United States, population-wise. So if we were to help each other out and teach each other and help each other out with just like different information regarding business, regarding school, regarding anything, finances, like that would send a hell of a message. So like
Yeah, and maybe it would start triggering some shit. You know, like for real, like triggering.
and it will
some
help
things.
boost a lot of the self-esteem of the young adults, and a lot of the crime wouldn't be as bad.
Because we take up the majority of the jail. You know what I'm saying, like that. Like we already got the police and all that stuff like that after us, stuff like that. So as a race, I think we should just need to just like really stick together. But it's easy being said than done and stuff like that because you got gang and stuff like that. Like, see when it comes to that, these niggas don't know you're not a gang bang no more. Like, you know, I'm not saying that it necessarily. Not necessarily saying that it's a good thing to like gang bang. You go ahead. Necessarily thing to gang bang, but the gang banging basically was an organization. It started with Black Panthers and shit like that, and it was just to, you know, to keep the bad out our, you know, our inner city or our neighborhoods and stuff like that. But now it's like everything is in reverse now. It's just like these young niggas ain't respecting old school. They not getting the knowledge and shit like that. And that's more. You need, man. Look, that shit is better than fucking money. Cause it gets you through life. You knowing something and shit like that. That knowledge. It might not sound like okay, I got this money, but that ain't really shit when you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with it. You just spending it on bullshit and you don't got nothing to show for nothing. Or like that. Without that knowledge, what do you got? And the old school has it. And they've been through it and shit like that. Like I understand when my parents and shit used to be like, oh, I've been there, done that. I know what you about to do already. Cause I see the younger kids that I talk to and stuff like that, and I tell them like, look, little nigga, like I know what you about to do already. I wouldn't do that. I would do, you know, try to do it like this, but I had to think about me growing up too as well. Hard headed, not, you know, really don't want to listen. Like, get your old ass, and you know, type of shit, you know. But they don't have any respect anymore. They shooting, and if you're gonna shoot, at least know how to aim, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You killing these babies and shit like that. Like that is shit. No 2-year-old, 3-year-old should not have to experience getting shot in the leg or foot or anything like that. It's just, come on. It's just that baby's scarred for the rest of his life now. You know what I'm saying?
A family is scarred for the rest of
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have that back in the day. Back in the day, we didn't have that. These niggas that fight, these niggas scared to fight nowadays. There's no unity no more. They don't know how to just let some shit go. Like, get your ass whooped, just get your ass whooped. Like, suck it up. You can't win them all. It is what it is and shit like that. They gotta go get a gun, and then you retaliate. Then they want to retaliate, and then it's an ongoing thing, back and forth until what? Then we're not gonna be here anymore. Ain't gonna be no more blacks and shit. Nigga, damn.
So what can we do as an individual? This a leading thought. Just a question, just to think about. What could you or I do to help this situation. I don't know a lot of you. You know a lot of me. I would love to see the next person get on their feet, tell them the information that they need to be successful or whatever it is that they desire to be. Some individuals don't feel that way, and I don't understand why. But why not befriend somebody that you don't know? Why not be kind to somebody that's in your own race that you don't know? Why not speak to the person you are about to pass on the street? I mean, it's there's nothing negative that's gonna come from it. Like,
It's they don't know how to lift each other up and stuff like that. It's almost like if they you know give some type of praise to their fellow man, it's like they're gonna melt or something. Like, you know.
it's probably taught, like it's been passed down from generation to generation. It's it it's something that we have experienced and have been taught and have been conditioned to, and it's something that I think in order we need to get better. I want us to be. We can be better. We can do this. Like, it's just the logic behind it of us not being able to be there for one another. It's just
And I just wanted to say a little closing remark a little bit. I'm a strong believer in like energy, and I'm a strong believer in your body. Like, your body's not gonna lie to you. So like, if you do come across a person that, you know, is just so negative and just always down, is always in drama, something like that, always around and stuff like that. Like, if something ain't right, you come around, like, your body ain't gonna lie to you. Get the fuck away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is not for you, and they don't have the best interest for you. And your body is gonna tell you as such too. It's gonna do it every time. Let's say you're in the car with your friends, something like that, and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have gotten in the car. I should have followed my first man. Well, not to get Holy Ghost up on you, but that was your spirit guide right there talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, your guardian angel probably was talking to you, telling you, and you didn't listen. You chose to ignore it, and like that, you just start following that your body and shit like that. Like, it has gotten me out of a lot of situations. But then when I have chose to ignore it too as well, it has gotten me in situations that I'd be like, damn, I wish I had just listened and stopped trying to be just, you know, what I want at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You just gotta be in tune. Everybody's not for you, and negativity is real. People are like, some people have the thing like the what's that, the crabs in the bucket and shit like that pulling you down. It's like that. You feel them pulling you down, man. You just gonna get away from that shit. You gotta get around more positive people that's gonna uplift you and support what you got going on, and you do the same thing as well.
it doesn't hurt to smile at someone. It doesn't cost to say hi to someone. And little things like that, when you are seeing someone or passing someone, you're lifting their spirits. You have no idea what they might be going through or in their mind, but that acknowledgement and that good vibe and energy that you're sending to them will possibly save their life. You never know.
And like, if somebody's at work or something and they having a bad day, you know, and you're the customer, you can't go just going off on the person is not necessarily, because you like Gianni said, you don't know, you never know what the person is going through, and they like what their morning was like. You know, you didn't wake up with them, or they didn't wake up with you as well. So, you know, everybody has a story. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that guy. It's just always woe is me, oh my, oh, it's just all about this, it's all about that. No, everybody got their own story. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's going through something. So your story is no better than the next one. It's just on how you handle it and how you process it and how you deal with it.
So how about we flip it around? Be that guy. Be that guy that lifts up your fellow brother or sister. Be that guy that, hey, puts a smile on somebody's face. Be that guy that you say hello and say I love you to yourself in the mirror, and you will enable you to pass that on to the next person. Be that guy.
Let me see how much more time we have. I wish we could really do a jam session, but I know we can't right now. Oh, you guys, I am also thinking about. Did you want to do your? Did you want to do a sister station, or did you want to do a sister station? You know.
I think we should.
Okay. I was thinking about guys putting a sister station together and stuff like that, but it's going to be morely at like on the evening on the evening tip, and probably on the weekend, like on the weekend, on like a Friday or something like that. Probably gonna try to do it. And it's gonna be more like music. It's not gonna be more like a talk. We're gonna do like a battle of the bands type of thing or something like that. So you guys better call in. I'm gonna actually promote this maybe like for like 2 weeks before I actually start it. It's gonna be pretty fun and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get some.
But if you have any opinions or ideas that you'd like to throw at us that we can throw on that sister station, just let us know.
Yeah, you can send that to lowdownshowdown@theplate.com. That's LOWDWNSHOWDWN@theplate.com. Email us at, that's where you can email us at. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna promote it like for like a good 2 weeks to get it going. Hopefully I can get some maybe like some gifts or something going out for, you know.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so whoever wins, it's gonna be like battle of the bands. It's gonna be all music really, but we're gonna talk a little bit in there, you know,
Well, it makes
shit
it
talking
a
or
little bit
something
more
like that.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Per usual.
So let me see how much time. I know this sucker gonna start counting down pretty soon. We got a whole little
20 minutes.
yeah. I don't know. I might do a little 1-2. Let me see. Let me see what we got going on. A little. Let me see if I got on here. If I got some shit set up on here, y'all. Work with me real quick. Work with me. I should have had a little something up on here. Oh, here I do got a little precipitation.
Run through problems, unstoppable. I jump over obstacles, stop my grind, lifestyle, sunshine, so improbable, probable, mission impossible. I said 2 times, nigga, stop lying. What you just selling, I am just not buying. Flow so nice, but the kids not kind. Sweat sicker than a new flu that got called swine. Standing on point like a unicorn, strapped with a uniform. Every day's a work day, but don't wear a uniform. Gucci man, a double done, cap it like a Capricorn. Chopper mine going on a money, make America a joker. I be robbing, and the realer is the Batman stone. Try not to fuck my money up in rap, cause real like Pac-Man Jones. Don't trick me, fingerprint me, but can't we agree to disagree? I'm from Eastern on 6, but the boy don't bridge, but we don't want the blueprint 3. Wanna boss me just like Max B, but you can't fuck me like Rest B. Like Ali, I'ma float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, cause it's big Gucci. But God didn't fail me. I'm tuning out, but it just email me. DA nail me, Broad Street jail me. Take it like a champ while the whole world mail me. Y'all don't like me, they outsell me. Nothing in the world Kanye could tell me. You could be anyone but Gucci. Jaw so hard I can hardly do. Cause there's nothing that I heard recently that moves me. Big if you had the chance to, you mute. Convicted felon, my left wrist yelling. My stash ego and my Bozak swelling. Crazy, so I need Prozac really. My phone kept scared and my folks so eerie. So hard working that my folks feel weary. Fall in the club and I always start cheering. So hear me, I know y'all hear me. I don't like lying too much, not really. High like Britney and stone like Jimmy. Got a second chance like Vic and Philly. This is slap music, this is trap music. New boys in Kelly, yeah, they got a jerk movement. Free squad niggas, we rep the block. Gucci man, I rep Forks, Commons.
we're gonna go ahead and end this show out. Thank you guys for watching, listening. You can find us at Lowdown Showdown on all social media platforms, Apple Music, all of that stuff like that. Email us at lowdownshowdown@theplate.com. I'm gonna tag it in the link below. Probably gonna try to get that Battle of the Bands going, but probably like 2 weeks. But I'm gonna try to get another show going out. Maybe either what's today? Thursday, 18th. Probably gonna try to get something going on early next week. Don't hold me to it though, but I'm gonna try my best though. Coming back with some good topics or something like that. If you have any topics that you think we should talk about, please don't be afraid to send me the message or that. Again, that number you can call in is 515-605-9818. Just give a ring, give a call, whatever you need. Also, go check out Anchor.fm. Share, like, subscribe. You know, I want to get this out here. Like again, thank you again for listening and watching. See you guys next time. I'm out.